All right. Well, seems like we are live now, and welcome everyone here in the Limitless Spiritual Entrepreneurs Facebook group here. And today we have our business spotlight with Rachel Cooley, and I'm very awesome. It's very awesome to have Rachel here, and just we've been chatting a little bit before, and just her energy, just her vibe, and just the work that she does to support women. So. Welcome officially, Rachel, to our Business Spotlight interview.
Oh, thank you, Mitesh. I'm thrilled to be here today with you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, and just for those of you that don't know, I'm going to a quick introduction about Rachel is that Rachel Cooley, she's the founder of the Divine Guidance, founder of Divine Guidance with Rachel Cooley, and she is an angel therapy practitioner. She's an author, a certified spiritual counselor, and an angelic guidance mentor. Certification trainer. So she has spent the last 24 years inspiring and guiding women to reconnect with their divine guidance and their angelic support. And so Rachel, what got you into this type of business and this type of work? And how did this evolve for you? Let's just jump right into this for you.
Yeah, let's jump right into that. So thanks, Mitesh. So whenever I answer this question, I always start out with the starting of my spiritual journey. And that was basically in my late teens and early 20s. And my mom introduced me to spirituality because she was seeking out spirituality to help herself personally in her life. And she started sharing with me what she was learning. And I got really inspired. I was curious, and then I got more inspired as I learned more. And also the things she was sharing with me included me feeling relief from fear, stress, and worries. Because I had a lot, I think a lot of us can relate to having anxiety or worries, concerns that are on your mind. And I was finding relief from the divine and spirituality with, when those things came up for me, such as in a relationship or in a job search or something like that. And I was really inspired. So that started my spiritual path. And then from there, I started noticing an angelic theme, although it was more like down the line that I looked back and saw it, getting angel books and statues from my new friends. And then I really went on my path of the angels in 1999. And that's the year that I got certified in working with them. So it's like my spiritual path just opened doors along the way. And then they really went down the path of the angels, especially going into 1999. That's awesome.
And so it almost seems like it's been a calling for you to
Yes.
work with the angels. And so tell me a little bit about that. Like, how does that process work? Like how does that work for you in terms of your connection, as well as how you support others, especially women, to
Yes.
have that connection for themselves?
Yes. So my work with for women really comes from my own incredible, beautiful experiences from connecting with the angelic realm. And when I talk about that, I talk about like a lot of it is the knowing and the feeling that they're with us, like they're accessible to all of us. And then from what I was learning and from what I teach now is that with us saying yes to this amazing support of this incredible realm that is available to all of us to support all of us, no matter what spiritual or religious path we're on or not, they're here to help us. So when I started learning about it and I started having more embodied experiences of feeling relief from them when I call them in and relief from fear, stress, and worries, that just like kept me on my path. And that's when I got certified. And then now I love to bring that to women so they can experience the blessings, the healings, the relief, as well as the divine guidance. That's another thing that I love to support women with, which is why my business is called Divine Guidance with Rachel Cooley, because I love to help women to connect to the messages, to the signs, through their intuition, through however they're receiving their messages, so they can be divinely guided with the angels. So I support them in that way as well.
So is this a way where you're being that facilitator
Yes.
to kind of help
Yes.
individuals and their angelic support, and then kind of helping them recognize it? So are you actually kind of passing on that message, or is it more like you're kind of helping them to learn how to receive those messages themselves?
It's a combination of me helping them to learn how to receive them and taking them through. I love to take women through, the women that I serve in my programs and also one-on-one that I work with, through guided meditation experiences. So a lot of it happens through the experience that I guide them through so they can get to that calm, peaceful place to connect to the messages from their angels to connect with those incredible messages, to receive that guidance, because when we're more grounded and clearer and more filled with peace, then we're more able to receive divine guidance, right? As opposed to if we're worried, stressed out, ruminating on something that's happening or we're concerned about, we're not fully present. So when we get to that place, I feel that's a beautiful place to receive divine messages and divine guidance. And that's what I do with the angels and support women with.
Nice. Well, so can anybody make this work? Because let's say, do you have to have like the belief in angels before that, like as a prerequisite, or can anybody, just by coming to this grounded state or relaxed state, be able to make this work for them?
I feel that no matter what, you can make it work for you when you get to that grounded space. I definitely, and obviously, as you can hear, I'm very dialed into the angels, but I also, I specialize in the angels, but I also feel whatever resonates for you. Would you prefer to work with a particular Buddha, with a particular goddess, or an ascended master? It's whatever ultimately works for you. And then, of course, my calling card is the angels. So the women that are, feeling the call of the angels love to come work with me, because that's like what they're like wanting to dial in more with. So does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And
Yeah.
so a little bit more of I guess, a personal touch here is that for you, what was that one key moment that you realized that this is my path, this is what I need to do? Because I often find that when people really go and take a certain path, there's usually some sort of transition point or some sort of
Yes.
moment, and would love to hear from you. How did this evolve for you?
Yes, that's a great question. So my pivotal moment, because it was such a powerful moment, was bow the way years back, the year before I went on my path of the angels and got certified with them in 1998, late 1998. I was driving with my mom, leaving Ashland, Oregon, and going through like that pass outside of Dunsmuir, like somewhat near Mount Shasta, where at that time there was snow on the sides of the road, and it wasn't snowing when I started driving, but what happened, Mitesh, was suddenly the road turned to black ice, and that
Oh
I
man.
was sliding on that ice. And in my sheer panic, I did what you're not supposed to do, and I went to brake. But I was divinely guided and saved, my mom and I, by what to do with my angel. I heard an angelic voice in my left ear, and she said, "Get your foot off the brake." And it was amazing. And I was like, what? I was thinking to myself, what? And it was like time totally slowed down. And I briefly thought in my mind, what? And I heard it again. I had a calm feeling and I heard, "Get your foot off the brake." This time I listened. I took my foot off the brake, and I feel that my angel, that I realized later was my angel. At the time, I was like, I'm just going with what feels right. And she guided me to the side of the road, like 2 lanes over to the right. And I ended up in a snowbank on the side of the road, perfectly safe without hitting another car. And it was a busy Thanksgiving weekend traffic.
Yeah, and those roads are pretty hilly and like, steep, and especially that pass where it's
Yes,
high
that's
altitude.
exactly. And another really amazing miracle happened, Mitesh, and that was where my car stopped. I went to the side of the road. It was right next to a truck stop. And this was back before I had a cell phone. It was in 1998. So I went to the payphone and I called for AAA to come and help us. So it was like all these miracles happened. And it was like soon thereafter, I didn't initially think that was my angel, but I knew that was a voice of the divine. And then the doors just opened, angels, angels, angels. And I just kept going through the doors. And then after buying a particular angel book, I decided to go hear the author speak. And then my path kept guiding me. And then I was studying with her later that year and becoming certified and working with the angels.
So that incident certainly happened more like no, I wouldn't say by chance, but there was some intention behind it, but it happened and without you expecting it. And
Totally.
then when you switched to this moment of, being conscious around it and saying, okay, here, I'd like to connect, I want to connect. How did that shift for you, and and what experiences came about from that?
Great question. So what shifted from there was, well, I feel like and as I think back to it, I had this incredible feeling of, wow, that was an incredible moment, like a life-saving moment. And I felt the love and the light and the protection, that was around me. And then as I continued, I realized that's my angels.
Hmm.
And then I started being extremely curious about them. And I'm like, I need to learn more about them. I had a couple angel books already, but I was really being guided towards the angels and like how they can support us with practical things in our lives,
Hmm.
including safety, including protection, divine guidance, relief from fear, stress, and worries. And then through me receiving those blessings, and I love to call it like angelic medicine in a sense, that I was like, this is amazing. And I feel the support and I want to go on this path.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this, I guess, relationship that you have developed now with your angels,
Yes.
how is that like? Is it like a group? Is it some like one or two specific,
Yes.
angels? Like just my curiosity here is I'm just curious to
Oh
ask you,
yeah. And
like, how does that work for you?
the way it works for me, I work in concert very closely with my own personal guardian angels. And we all have guardian angels. We all have two or more guardian angels with us our entire life. So whether or not you've been like talking to them or asking for their help, they're still with you. So
Hmm.
I've been really working a lot, continuing from that beginning of my path. And then to this day, with my guardian angels, I also work very closely with the archangels, such as Archangel Michael, the amazing Archangel Protection, and Raphael, the Archangel of Healing. Like I work very closely with them in my daily life, and also for with all the women in my through my like my Angelic Sanctuary Journey program, where we do healing work with the angels and beautiful themes every month. And I guide the women that are in the group through healings and clearings and connecting to their divine guidance with the archangels, including many other archangels as well. So it's a combination of guardian angels and my archangels, and the
Mm,
archangels, I should say, that are accessible, the archangels for everyone. Yes.
beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Very
sharing that.
beautiful. You're welcome.
And so as you work with women, who are the women that typically find you, and in a sense, like what state uh of being are they in when they usually come to you? Is it something that you kind of know that, all right, if you're in this particular way, or not even like a particular style, but just like what state of mind are they in when they typically come to you?
Yes. Well, it depends on the woman, but a lot of times some of them are coming to me because they're really feeling fear, stress, and worries.
Hmm.
And it could be in a particular area, whether it's regarding their health, because I have a number of women coming to me have support with their health, like with healing, receiving angelic healing. Or it could be they're worried about a job search or a particular job situation or a relationship. Like those tend to be a lot of the themes of what I'm seeing. And also, a lot of them are just really wanting to feel connection with a realm, like of the angels, like because that's been my main calling card for many years now. I'm in my 25th year working with the angels, so they're coming to me for that specialty, and also again for relief, and to receive more peace of mind and to connect
Hmm.
more with their own internal intuition and divine guidance, to feel um, that they're connected to this realm to help them, to guide them in their lives
Hmm.
each
So
and
they
every
come
day.
with this level of like, stress, or they're feeling some sort of disconnection or misalignment.
Yes.
And through the process that you work them through,
Yes.
how do they, where do they end up does it
Yes.
take like one session? Does it take many sessions? How does that work for them? And where do they typically end up after that?
Okay, well, those are great questions. So, the majority of women that work with me currently, they're in a program that I have that's the Angelic Sanctuary Journey. So they want to go on the journey. It's actually a year-long journey with the angels, and they want that support. Some women come to me as well for like a one-time session, and they receive the guidance and they feel relief from the fear, stress, and worries. But I really feel that it's working with the angels on an ongoing basis that the most benefit is there. And
Hmm.
also coming together with other women of like mind, other spiritual women that are feeling, the pull to want to work with the angels, and they're wanting to come together in sisterhood together to receive blessings, nourishment, upliftment, relief from, any stresses in life, and to come back to the truth each and every time that we're held, loved, protected, and guided, and to feel this incredible realm with them. It's really beautiful to see all the blessings that
That's such
happen for
a
all women.
blessing, right? When you can
Yes.
feel in your day-to-day life just that being held, being loved, being guided, being, supported. There's so much that
Yes.
shifts just in that element when, when you can get yourself from a place of stress and worry to like, hey, I'm supported, I'm guided. And what things are possible when you're in that state? I'm just curious, like what have you seen for your
Yes.
clients, or what have they experienced that, since doing this work and being able to be in that place, what happens for them?
Yeah, what happens for them really is beautiful and really powerful, because really when it comes down to, all things are possible, but let me get more specific within that. So I have like one of my clients, she was able to through our regular work together, and she actually was in my sanctuary this past year. She initially was on a job search when we started our year-long journey. And so she was wanting support with, well, number one, learning about the angels and more about how they can support her in her life, but also she was wanting to receive their guidance to guide her to her right next perfect job.
Mhm.
So through that journey and through her coming to our group, that was able to really support her. And she did find a beautiful job that she loves, and she's still in now almost a year later. So finding a job. Also, I've had clients that have been on healing journeys that have received the healing of the angels, and also learning how to call upon them when they're not in session with me and they're meeting the angels, like especially if it's like for them, a couple particular women I'm thinking about were literally in the hospital, and they
Mhm.
knew how to call upon the angels to help them to get through them. And actually, two of them were in pretty intense states. One of them was in the ICU, and she was, while she was still conscious, calling in the angels. And literally, two of the nurses who were there said they saw angels in the room, which is a miracle. And
Yeah.
miraculous that two of them reported that, and it's incredible. So yeah, so healings, feeling that incredible support, searching for a job, and also healing in relationships. One of my clients in particular, Lydia, has had not only a health miracle, but also healing in her relationship with one of her sons in particular, that has brought them closer together. So it's really beautiful. And also financial blessings as well, getting more connected to the angels and calling in new opportunities and blessings to bring in prosperity. It's really
Mhm.
awesome.
So it almost seems like, to get yourself in this state of alignment, get
Yeah.
yourself into this state of high vibration just through this process, through feeling supported, feeling loved, and it opens up doors for a lot of different things, not just,
Yes.
physical health, but, emotional and,
Yes.
financial and, just a lot of things it seems like it's connecting with. And so for you, I know that you are having an event this Thursday,
Yes, I am.
and tell us a little about what's going on there. So it's an invitation to women, and what is this event that's happening? And if you can name the
Yeah.
event as well.
Oh, thanks for asking. So the event that's happening, and it's a free masterclass that I have, Mitesh, happening this Thursday. That is May 23rd, and it's called The 7 Steps to Live a Miraculous Life with the Angels. So this is a powerful event gathering for women to come together to connect with what I love to call our innate divine birthright blessings, the blessings that are available to us by being divine beings. And in this experience, I'm going to be guiding the women through a powerful activation of their divine birthright blessings, so they can live with more joy and connection. And I also love to call it as well, living more victoriously, to amplify healing in their lives and having more optimal well-being, being attuned as well to receiving clear divine guidance to make more confident choices, as well as breaking free from fear, stress, and worries, and instead
Mhm.
tapping into more renewal and re-energizing energy, relaxing, and tapping into the energy again with that, like with all things are possible with this incredible realm, and calling in new opportunities as well for abundance and flow, love and connection. It's going to be really beautiful and powerful. And it's great to come together as well in sisterhood in these gatherings with the angels. So
Hmm.
that's my invitation. So we'll be putting the link. I can pop that link in the comments so you can join us, ladies. It's a free masterclass, and I'm looking forward to supporting all that are called to be there with us.
Yes, please do share. I would love to. We'd love to. I know within our group, there's so many women, especially, who could benefit from
Yes.
just this gift that you're offering, and especially being free and on Thursday, that they can just attend this masterclass and
Yes.
benefit from it. So absolutely share that link. And for those of you watching, definitely take Rachel up on this offer. It's going to be I can just tell it's going to be a powerful activation for so many.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Mitesh. It's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. And if for any reason you're not available this Thursday at noon Pacific, still register Amazing Women, because I can get you access to the replay.
Beautiful. And so Rachel, as we, with this event and it's happening, and for women, what is the thing that you find is unique when it comes to connection with angels? Because I know that you work with women, and for
Yes.
men it's a little bit different, but what's unique for them? Like how can they truly, what can they awaken within themselves, I guess, through this process?
Yes. Through this process, I feel there's so many things they can within themselves. One is um, awaken to the fact that, and to feel it as well, that you're really held, you're really loved, you're really protected, guided, and supported. And so
Mm,
tapping into that energy, and because that is from that place, because I feel when we're more at peace, we're more grounded, we feel that protection, we feel even more motivated to be on our purpose.
mm,
I really feel that, because if we're the opposite, stressed out, worried, concerned, not uncertain, it's hard to move forward in our lives and our businesses, right? And so that's one of the reasons I also love to bring the blessings of the angels forward, so women could feel this grounding, the support, the wings surrounding them with the angels, so they can be even more in their life purpose and bring the blessings to the world that they're meant to bring, which
mm.
is perfect right here in this group with you and Shakti.
Well, thank you, thank you. Yes, and it is, just in the from my limited experience with this, is that you know it's really putting yourself in that state. And this is what I'm hearing from you, is like, putting yourself in that state
Yes,
of being able to have that receptivity, just like, if you're a simple example, a
yes,
cell phone who doesn't have the bars, right? If you're not in a place with bars, then you're not going to get that service, and you won't get that message. You won't get the phone calls coming in. And so
so
I think
true.
from a quick analogy here is that you're helping people to find their bars so that they can create those connections.
That's a great way. That's a great analogy. It's so true. Refine
Yeah.
your bars, get into a better signal so you can
Yeah.
receive more divine guidance, clear divine guidance, and a much better cell phone signal. Covers
Yes.
for everything you're doing in your life.
Yes. Have
Really
speed
awesome.
dial with the angels going on
Speed
with you.
dial with the angels, exactly. And it really comes down to, it's one of the things I teach, Mitesh, is that our free will, choice, and permission, is essential, because
Mhm.
they respect our free will. I feel that's true for all of the divine, no whatever what realm you work with,
Mhm.
that, our yes is so important.
Yeah. So actively saying, I want to have this connection. I want to do this, and believing in it. It seems like just having that belief that there is this support system that you can reach out to.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mhm.
Very well said.
So one last question, and this is more personal to me, is that sometimes, I'll get doubtful, like, do I really have this ability? Can I really make this connection? And I feel like that gets in my way. And I'm sure there's many people who are watching today that are
Yes.
thinking like, oh, that it can't happen for me because it just does never happen before. It doesn't come in the way that I want it to. So what would you say to those individuals like me? And I know I'm not a woman, but like, what
Yes,
would you
that's
say
okay.
to individuals like me?
I would say, even if you're not sure, even if we like your request for help is, if you're there, can you help me? That will work too, because that's even opening the door part of the way. But I really feel it is accessible to all of us to have this incredible support, even if we're feeling doubtful about it, or like uncertain, like, is this really gonna work? Am I really connected? And I want to say, yes, you are. Yes, it can really work for you. It's available to all of us.
Mm,
And to know that this incredible realm is here to support you. And why not start out and start asking them for help? I love to suggest that you can even start out with parking spaces. Maybe you're going to a place that's really busy. Thank you, angels. Thank you, divine, whoever you want to call in, for my perfect parking space. And just
mm.
putting it out there and letting it go.
Yeah, in that regard, I feel very lucky already. I mean, I think they're already working and I don't have to ask them because usually the parking spaces find me. So for some
Okay,
reason,
well, there you go.
that has worked out quite well for me.
Yeah,
But yes, I see what you're saying is that, really just, yeah, trusting it and continuing to trust it. Because like with anything, right, you
yes,
have to build that practice, build that relationship, build that comfort level, and then with that comes what you're looking for. With that comes the stronger messages. With that comes is
totally.
just a more conscious approach to it. And thank
Yes.
you, thank you,
Oh,
thank
you're
you, thank you.
so
And
welcome.
I will. My final question here is that if you, in one sentence, if you could boil down what your message and what you want to tell people for today, aside from everything else we talked about, what's the one thing that you want people to leave with in one sentence?
Wow, very powerful. Whoa, no pressure. I would say I'm wanting to say that everything is possible. Everything is possible for you. And I want to add another sentence. Trust that it is so and live your life from that place,
Hmm.
from that trust, from that openness to divine realms of possibilities. And also I'm adding more than a
Oh,
sentence,
that's
but
fine.
I'm feeling the support, for us amazing spiritual women, us amazing light workers here to make a difference in the world, us soulpreneurs, men, women, all of us. We are so needed right now. I've heard Shakti talk about this too, right? We're so needed right now. And the divine, the angels included, want to support you, amazing ones, to be even more in your life purpose because the world needs you and your gifts right now.
Absolutely. Well, that is a great place to conclude here. And so thank you very much, Rachel, for today and just sharing once again. I know you'll share the link in the
I
chat
popped it
that
in.
that you have. Okay, great. That you have the masterclass coming up on this Thursday, and just 7 steps to live a miraculous life with the angels. And so feel free to take advantage of that. And for
Yes.
the rest of the group here is that this is, an opportunity for all of us. So if you would like to, just like Rachel, spotlight your business, spotlight an event that's coming up, uh, reach out to me and we're happy to go live here on this Limitless Spiritual Entrepreneurs Collective and really just get to know you and understand and share your gift with the world, because we really need to, like Rachel said, there's so many of us that just really need to get out there and get our work and our gifts and our medicine out there. And it's much needed at this time. So
Yeah.
thank you again, Rachel. Pleasure to chat with you today. And we will see you in the collective.
See you in the collective. Thank you, dear ones. And thank you, Mitesh, so much, and to Shakti as well. Thanks so much.
Thank you,
Such a
Rachel.
joy.